Hey everyone! So you've been dreaming of owning a home in Vancouver, right? But maybe feeling totally locked out by the market. Well, this one's for you. Today, we are going to break down exactly what's changed for 2025 and give you a clear, no-nonsense roadmap for getting into your first place.
So let's just get right to it. The big question on everyone's mind. Is this finally the year? After years of a really tough seller's market, the tables are actually starting to turn. And for a lot of people, the answer might just be yes.
And this slide, wow, it really lays out the difference. I mean, think back to 2024. You had sky-high interest rates, and you were in a bidding war for every single decent place that came up. But now in 2025, we're looking at much lower rates, more homes for sale, and that gives you, the buyer, way more choice and, crucially, a lot more power to negotiate.
Okay, so let's dig into this. What is actually creating this new window of opportunity for buyers here in Vancouver? What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, the number one single biggest game changer is this right here. The Bank of Canada has sliced its policy rate from a painful 5% all the way down to 2.25%. Now, what that means for you is simple. Lower mortgage rates and a smaller, more manageable monthly payment. It's a huge deal for affordability.
And it's not just about the cost of borrowing. The actual prices for those entry-level homes, like condos, have started to come down a bit. A 5.1% drop might not sound like a massive headline, but in a market as expensive as Vancouver, that represents thousands and thousands of dollars in real savings.
All right, on top of a friendlier market, first-time buyers have a secret weapon. There's a whole suite of government programs out there that are literally designed to help you get into your first home. Let's break down what's in your toolkit. So at the federal level, you've got three really powerful tools. The First Home Savings Account, the FHSA, is amazing. It lets you save for a down payment with some incredible tax benefits. Then there's the Home Buyers Plan, which lets you borrow from your own RRSP, and they've bumped that up to $60,000. And finally, the Home Buyers Tax Credit is just a nice little bonus that puts some cash back in your pocket at tax time.
And then here in BC, the savings get even bigger. The property transfer tax exemption, this is a huge one. It could save you up to $8,000 right when you buy. And the homeowner grant, that just keeps on giving, chipping away at your property taxes every single year.
Okay, so this is where it gets really exciting, when you start stacking all these programs together. Just look at this example for a $750,000 condo. A couple could save almost $10,000 in immediate taxes and credits. But even better, they can access up to $160,000 of their own tax-advantaged savings for their down payment. That can literally be the difference between buying and not buying. Okay, so we've covered a lot of the good news. Now let's get down to the brass tacks and talk about the actual cash you'll need to have ready to go. We're talking about the down payment and, of course, those closing costs.
Right, so in Canada, the minimum down payment isn't just one flat percentage. It's kind of tiered. It's 5% on the first $500,000 of the price, and then it jumps to 10% on the portion above that. So for an $800,000 home, your minimum down payment isn't $40,000. It's actually $55,000. It's a super important little piece of math to get right. Now, if you're putting down less than 20%, you're going to hear this term mortgage default insurance. Don't let it scare you. All it is an insurance policy for the bank. The cost just gets rolled into your mortgage payments. Think of it this way. It's the tool that allows you to buy a home with a smaller down payment, getting you into the market sooner.
And remember, the down payment isn't the only check you'll be writing. You have to budget for closing costs, and this is the part that catches so many people by surprise. For that same $750,000 condo, you're looking at needing another $9,500, roughly. This covers things you can't avoid, like your lawyer, a home inspection, and the rest of the property transfer tax. And last but not least, the stress test. This is a big one. Basically, the bank needs to make sure you can still afford your payments, not just at today's great rate, but at a rate that's 2% higher. It directly impacts how much you're allowed to borrow, so it is absolutely essential to understand this when you're figuring out your budget. All right, we have talked about the how and the how much. Now for the really fun part, the where. Let's go on a little tour and explore some of the neighborhoods in and around Vancouver where first-time buyers can actually get a foothold in the market.
Okay, first up, Renfrew Collingwood. This has consistently been one of the most popular starting points. If you value being close to the SkyTrain and you're looking for a condo or a townhome, this is a fantastic place to begin your search.
Then you've got Hastings Sunrise. You get those amazing mountain views and a really cool independent neighborhood vibe.
It's a great spot for young professionals who are looking for an area that has some real character and great potential for their home's value to grow over time.
Now, if you're looking for something with more of a family feel, check out Kensington Cedar Cottage. The whole community is kind of built around Trout Lake, and it's just known for its awesome parks, green spaces, and community feel.
And for those who are really focused on the budget, or maybe you commute to Richmond or the airport a lot, Marpole down in South Vancouver often has some of the best entry-level prices you'll find within the city of Vancouver proper.
But listen, if you really want to maximize your value, this is where your dollar starts to stretch. Look just outside the city. In New Westminster, prices can be 40% cheaper than downtown. You've got amazing transit-oriented communities with newer condos in Burnaby and Surrey, often with much more aggressive pricing. It really opens up your options.
Okay, we've covered the market conditions, we've talked about the money, and we've toured the locations. Let's pull this all together now into one final, super clear, actionable roadmap to guide you on your journey. This is it. This is your path to getting those keys. It all starts with number 1, taking a hard look at your finances. From there, you get that all-important mortgage pre-approval so you know exactly what your budget is. Then the fun part begins. You start looking, you find a place, you make an offer. After that, you do your homework, finalize the deal, and get ready for the best day of all, closing day. If you follow these steps in this order, it turns a really daunting process into a simple, manageable checklist. Look, in 2025, the Vancouver market is presenting a real opportunity for buyers who are prepared. You now have the map, you have the knowledge, you've got the toolkit, you've got the roadmap. The only question left is what's your first step?